The beluga is a cetacean that is typically found in Arctic waters. Its closest relative is the narwhal, and because it is the only naturally all-white cetacean, it is sometimes called the white whale. It is also called the sea canary due to its bird-like whistles. Indeed, belugas are a very vocal species of whale, with a wide vocabulary used for a variety of situations. For unlike most whales, they not only use vocal communication, but also communicate with many facial expressions, just like apes. But they still use a lot of sound. Many of their sounds are used to communicate for migration in particular, migrating between summer and winter sites, in order to avoid the ice that builds up during winter. But they don't just use sound to talk to each other, but also as a tool for hunting. How do they do this? Through echolocation. Out of all the whales, belugas have the largest and most flexible melons in proportion to their head size. This aids them with one of the single most highly developed forms of echolocation of any known cetacean, resulting in an animal that can find its way under the ice, and will also serve to herd fish into shallow waters to prevent easy escape. Their main food source in the wild is the Arctic cod, but they will also eat octopodes and crabs. The Steller sea lion is also a resident of Arctic and subarctic waters. It is the largest sea lion and the third largest pinniped overall. Males can reach as long as 11 feet, but females tend to be much smaller. The males have prominent manes, which is one reason why they're called sea lions. During the breeding season, males establish harems that they aggressively defend. So aggressively, in fact, that the males will fight so hard to protect their harems from other males that the fights lead to injury or even, occasionally, death. Because they have to worry about other males intruding on their harems, males will go without eating for months just to guard them. This is part of the reason why males will have so much more blubber than the females, to sustain themselves on an extra reserve of nourishment while they guard their mates from rivals. However, it takes 9 to 10 years for a male Steller sea lion to get large enough to keep other male sea lions away from their territory. Here we see both northern fur seals and harbor seals. Despite their name, fur seals are more related to sea lions than to seals, because they have external ears and can fully walk on all 4 of their flippers. Unlike sea lions, seals don't have external ears and have to flop instead of walk on land. Unlike the Steller sea lion, the northern fur seal is highly migratory, forming large colonies on beaches, but like most fur seals and sea lions, they hunt alone, not ever hunting with companions. They migrate up north to Alaska in the spring to breed, but just like the Steller sea lion, the northern fur seal has prominent sexual dimorphism, with males growing up to 7 feet long, while the females grow to only 5 feet long. The males will aggressively establish territories, and up to 100 females will show up on the beach. The African penguin is a pursuit diver that feeds on fish and squid. Because they often nest in burrows, they tend to favor craggy rocks or soft sand. Both parents incubate the eggs they lay, and being monogamous, these penguins will choose the same mates over and over again every year. They also choose the same breeding grounds annually. To distinguish the males from the males are slightly larger and have slightly longer beaks than the females. These penguins are crepuscular, meaning that they are most active during dawn and dusk, but asleep during the heat of the day and the witching hours. However, even during the morning and the evening, they have trouble with regulating their body temperatures. So they are often observed sunbathing, grooming, and swimming, frequently seen combining all 3 at once.